What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
With the release of Scream 6 just around the corner, fans are excited for another installment in the hit franchise which revolves around Ghostface, who is the iconic killer from the horror movie franchise who is out for vengeance against all of his victims. A very interesting and somewhat crazy character he is, isn't he? Although he is not someone anyone would want to encounter, there are a few really interesting points we can learn from the Scream franchise, and so here are 3 lessons that can be taken from the character Ghostface. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. Number 1. The danger of underestimating the power of anonymity and deception. Ghostface's primary weapon is anonymity. By concealing his identity with a mask and voice modifier, he can manipulate, threaten, and attack his victims with impunity. Throughout the entire Scream franchise, from the first one up until Scream 6, Ghostface's whereabouts are mostly unknown, and he only shows himself right at the point of his attack where he mostly has the upper hand against his victim. Although he mostly works alone, using his anonymous identity, he is able to take down many of his targets. This underscores the importance of being cautious when interacting with people, especially online, particularly those who hide behind anonymous identities. Dealing with someone who's more open about their identity will always give them some credibility, and you should only work with people you can identify and trust. Ghostface is able to blend in with the crowd and deceive his victims into thinking that he's someone who they can trust. This is a reminder that we should always be cautious and aware of those around us, as things are not always what they seem. It's always important to take time to observe and analyze things so that you know who and what you're dealing with. Have a keen eye for detail and don't believe everything you see and hear so easily. This applies to not only business but many other aspects of life when it comes to dealing with people. Number 2. The consequences of seeking revenge. In the Scream franchise, Ghostface often targets people who are connected to a particular wrongdoing or mistake. However, by seeking revenge, Ghostface perpetuates a cycle of violence and harm that ultimately results in his own demise. It's important to remember to control and regulate your emotions and respond to situations effectively instead of just reacting to them. Revenge and vengeance isn't always the answer and is usually an action carried out and led by emotion. It can become so destructive that an individual can make their own situation worse. In the Scream franchise, there were plenty of scenarios where the Ghostface killers were victims of their own actions, as people eventually caught onto their tracks and took action against them. This highlights the danger of seeking revenge, which can lead to unintended consequences and ultimately result in the destruction of the Avenger. Number 3. Fear can be a powerful motivator. Ghostface uses fear to manipulate and control his victims. By using threatening phone calls and wearing a frightening costume, he is able to intimidate and terrorize his victims. This is a reminder that fear can be a powerful motivator, both for good and for bad. In real life, people's behavior change when they fear something as they adjust their behavior accordingly. Some may fear poverty, so they may work hard. Others may fear their health deteriorating, and so they may eat healthy and work out. And one may fear the most dominant individuals around them, so they may show them respect in order to avoid problems. Fear can be used in both good and bad ways and isn't always necessarily a bad thing if used in the right way. If you're fearful of a negative situation and work hard to overcome these kind of situations, the fear to begin with isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you're fearful of taking action and the opinions of others and so don't ever try out new experiences and opportunities, you're letting your fear get the better of you. Hopefully you can understand the difference. People fear what they don't know or understand, and this is why most of Ghostface's victims fear him when in reality he's just another human being who is mentally at a different place from them. Obviously, if you can learn about and understand your opponent, then fear can be something you can overcome. That's it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy it and want a part 2, please do let me know in the comment section below, and also make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next video. Until next time, peace.